this is a player we need to start talking about. For me, I've been talking about him since him in the academy, him in the Castilla, breaking records, being top scorer of the third division of Spain. Gonzalo Garcia is someone Madrid has been needing for 2 to 3 years now. You know, since Benzema leaving, you need a proper 9. I'm tired of seeing Mbappe playing as a 9. I'm tired of seeing the combination of Vini and Mbappe playing together because they can't play together. And, you know, Madrid over the years, you signed Endrick, you don't use him. You have Gonzalo Garcia, Carlos Ancelotti had Gonzalo Garcia. They didn't use him at all. He used him for one game and that's it. And for me, I've been saying we need to stop playing people in the wrong positions. You know, Carlos Ancelotti would play, you know, midfielders and center backs, and, you know, he would play just players that shouldn't be playing. And I was tired of seeing that. Now, Xabi Alonso coming in, Club World Cup, Mbappe hurt. What does he do? Brings in Gonzalo Garcia, gives him the start, which I was really surprised about. I thought he was just gonna, you know, plop in a Bellingham as a false 9 or something, but no. He brings in Gonzalo Garcia and he shows what he's capable of. He shows what Madrid's missing. He shows what Real Madrid have been struggling for the past 2 seasons. You need someone inside the box. It's been many situations where Real Madrid can't get a cross in, or they do, but no one's there. Mbappe's not the striker to stay in the box and win for a header or create a gap so players can go through. And he's not that type of player. Mbappe's a winger, and that's it. Mbappe's not the player to make the run towards the middle like that. Sure, he has in a couple games. Sure, because he's Kylian Mbappe. He's the best player in the world. But he's not a main striker. He's not, you know, there's a difference between Mbappe and Erling Haaland. You know, Erling Haaland is that striker that's going to stay in the box, get you the goals, get you 20 goals a season, 30 goals a season, 40 goals a season. Mbappe will do the same, but not in the box. You know, he does his own thing, which is fine, which is 100% fine. And, you know, Mbappe, you know, you need someone like Mbappe in your team. But you also, if you want to play structurally good football, you need someone like Gonzalo Garcia in your team. Here we're going to go into pretty much his stats. Like I said before, Gonzalo Garcia has been a striker, which I've been saying for, I mean, you know, because last season the Castilla, he was performing huge numbers. You know, it's not unknown that Madrid produced. For me, it's I feel like they're the most underrated academy. I've been saying it for years. They produce great young talent, but Madrid are not a team that uses that. They're a team that would sell them off and they'll go perform somewhere else. You know, you have players in the past 2 seasons who's performing great. You know, you have Chama and Stoker, who's doing really good at Stoker, starting, playing huge games as that defensive midfielder. Someone Madrid need, I'd rather need than Tchouameni, because sometimes he's not perfect, obviously. You have Jacob Ramon. You know, he was he scored a last minute goal for, was that Valle? I forgot, but he did score last season for Real Madrid. He's in Como with Nico Paz. Nico Paz, I think I'm the number 1 glazer of Nico Paz. I've been talking about him 3 years ago in the academy. I said, this kid is something. Now, he's one of the top prospects in the world. Definitely the top prospect in Syria. Doing huge things for Como, for Cesar Fabregas' team. And Madrid reportedly to bring him back. So I'd love to see that. And then you have Gonzalo Garcia, who's, you know, just the other day scored a hat trick. And I've been always saying, you need a striker like Gonzalo Garcia. And the one thing about the Betis match that I like is they were all scored by academy players. Raul Sensio, who scored his first Madrid goal at home, in his professional, you know, career, he scores. Fran Garcia scores his first home game goal for Real Madrid. That's his 3rd goal for Real Madrid. By another academy player, another La Fabrica player. And the list can go on and on of La Fabrica players that are playing outside of Europe. Miguel Gutierrez, Sergio Rivas. You know, it can go on and on and on, because there's so much, for me, there's so much talent, and they're just not ever given the chance, judging by managers. You know, because some managers don't really use, I mean, especially if you're Real Madrid, you're not going to want to, you know, you have the players, you have the money. Why invest in, you know, I get, for me, I'm opposite. I'd rather see Madrid invest in their academy. But, you know, sometimes their mindset is, why? If I just have the money, I have the players, I have the superstar, I have the big names. But I want Madrid to create I want Real Madrid to create the names. And that's this player right here, Gonzalo Garcia. One thing I hate, same thing with Endrick last year. They're like, oh, Endrick only scored 7 goals and he played like 20 something games. I forgot the stats. But if you actually look into it, it's something similar to this. Oh, 14 matches, 3 goals. Oh, that's terrible. he has 2 starts, 258 minutes. If you do the math, that's like what, 3, 4 games. So you use like proper like minutes, because minutes matter to matches. He's not playing full 90s every match and then not scoring. I'm going Endrick. Um, but you have to look in the minutes, man. Endrick was doing absurd. He had like 9 games total, 7 goals and like 5 assists last season, and he gets bashed saying he's a flop, but he wasn't. He was actually performing great numbers, and people don't really see it. Lately, Gonzalo has been finally getting some minutes. Earlier in the season, Ancelotti did not, not Ancelotti, but Xabi Alonso was not. Since the Club World Cup, he was not using Gonzalo Garcia at all. You can see here, boom. He was performing great in the Club World Cup. Then these 2 games, he gets some minutes. He gets 13 minutes and 24 minutes in back-to-back games, and then he just didn't use him at all. He played 60 minutes against Espanyol. And then this is just for the U21 Spanish team. Pretty sure he scored on one of these. I don't remember. But yeah, you look here. He did not play, and everyone's like, "What is after the amazing performance he's had in the Club World Cup? Why are you not starting him?" And it is because of the Vini and Mbappe thing. They can't play together. You need to drop one. You need to. People are saying Mbappe is holding back Real Madrid. I don't think so to an extent. It's more they can't play together. So I think if you put Mbappe on the left, he'll do better or just as with Vinny. I don't think one's holding back. It's just they can't play together, and obviously the Mbappe is the one who's hurt, not Vinny. So then, Vinny's on the left, Gonzalo up top, and then whoever's playing on the right, Rodrygo, who looked great by the way in that game. But then, just now he just right here, he's not playing. The list goes on and on of him not playing. And then recently he's been finally getting minutes. He got a full 90 in the Copa del Rey. Terrible performance from Madrid as a whole. He got 12, 58, 16, 12, and then finally, you have that match against Betis with a hat trick. And he's, for me, a definition of a proper number 9. You need someone like this in the box. Madrid. In the past 2 seasons, I've said it. 3 seasons, and so I've said it. You said, I said. Madrid's weakness is crossing and getting the ball into the middle. I've been saying that for 3 years straight. Madrid can never get the ball into the middle unless you have a striker. Joselu was the person to do that. He was the Gonzalo Garcia before Gonzalo. You need someone in the box who's not, like I said, Mbappe. He's not a striker. Mbappe's not a striker. He's not the player to stay in the middle, go for a header, create a gap or whatever. He's not. So you need someone like that in the team. So this next up and coming game against Atletico Madrid, this is where he's supposed to shine. Apparently he's gonna start. He should start. Mbappe's still hurt. He's not gonna play at all in this competition. So this pretty much better be the Rodrygo better start. Gonzalo, Vinny didn't play bad against Betis. He's getting a lot of hate, but I don't think he played bad. Bellingham looks sharp. I still need to see better out of Bellingham. Better, he says he hates playing at the right back, but I think he's just so good at right back, man. I've said it all the time. I think he's better at right back than he is in midfield this season, just because the midfield is so stacked. But he looked amazing against Barcelona at right back. He's every time he's playing, and then he plays in midfield, and it's just like he's a ghost. I don't know. He said he hates it there. I think he's miles better at right back at the moment. And Militao, who just got hurt, a couple weeks ago. Mbappe's out, so this pretty much was going to be a starting 11. And this is where Gonzalo also needs to prove himself in big games. He did in the Club World Cup against Dortmund, against Juve. So this is his time. I really hope he performs there because let's go in the last 5 matches, but I know they haven't lost. They did tie, and yeah, I'm actually curious to see Atletico's performance recently. They tied against Sociedad, 3-0, 3-2 against D3. So I guess similar to Madrid. But yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be a huge game. Barcelona do play today against Bilbao, so the winner of this will go to the final, and then we'll see tomorrow. hopefully Real wins that. But yeah, for me, that's practically it. I just wanted to talk about Gonzalo Garcia because I've been a huge fan of his for a while now, and I'm just happy to see him finally get a chance in this Madrid team.